Hey everyone, hope you're doing amazing. For those of you that are new here, I'm BEKIMACHINE, a cyberpop musician and Twitch streamer. Today I'm going to be going through 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started producing music. Point number 1, just do it. I wish I took it a bit more seriously earlier on. So I started learning about music production about 10 years ago when I was at school. I did a degree, I studied music technology as well. I remember at university wanting to make music and release an EP. It was something I really wanted to do and I just never did it. Fast forward, come out of university, you're in a full-time job and you have so much less time than you did. And you don't realise this at the time. And looking back, I wish that I just did it. I just did it then and I started then, because I didn't start taking music seriously until 1 or 2 years ago, and I just wish I'd done this 5 years ago instead, but I can't change that now. So I would just say to you guys, if you're thinking of doing it, just do it. Start now. This is me telling you to start now. Tip number 2, finish your projects. Release your music. Just do it. So don't be one of them people. I'm one of those people that will work on something and then you just keep on working on it. And you just work on it and you keep improving it. You want to change this, you want to change that, you want to finesse this, you want to finesse that. And you want everything to be perfect. But it doesn't have to be perfect and nothing is perfect. So just release your music, just work on a song, finish it, release it, move on to the next one. And just keep doing that. Keep releasing things, get more music out there, because if you're not releasing music, then you're not making content, you're not making anything for anyone to hear. Therefore, you're just delaying your own progression in your career. And also, last year, I kind of adopted this whole just finish your projects, release music, release it. And I've released so much music since. And my actual production skills and composition skills have improved, I'd say, more so in the past year than they have in the last 5 years, where I was just doing bits here and there, So finish your projects, guys. Finish your projects. Tip number 3 would be learn more music theory. I studied music theory at school. I think I got my grade 5 and I never really continued with music theory. I knew a bit from playing the flute and doing grades from the flute, but there's so much more and I didn't retain much of the information. So yeah, I wish I'd spent more time studying music theory, because I think it would be a lot more beneficial to me now than I thought it would be. So, jump on YouTube. YouTube is your friend. So many people have amazing videos teaching about music theory, the bare basics, so you can get a grip on it, because there is so much to learn, very in depth, and I definitely need to do some studying myself, because it'll make everything a lot easier. I think you'll be able to write songs faster, come up with ideas faster, because you know the basic rules. Music theory not only helps with things like chords, it also helps with drum patterns and drum rhythms, and I've said this before, drums are not my forte, so I could definitely do with some drum producing lessons. Tip number 4, compare your music to commercial tracks. This wasn't something I started doing until a few years ago, where one of my friends said to me, grab some of your favourite songs, put them in your session when you're mixing, and that's your mixing goal. You want your mix to sound like that mix. You have to dissect the track. I like working from the drums first. I start with the kick, and you listen to the kick and you try and make your kick sound as similar as you can in the mix to their kick, and you build kind of your mix around their mix. It's their mix, or that song is a commercially produced track. It will help you focus on one aspect of your song and try and get the best out of that instrument and the mix as a whole. And I've definitely learned a lot from doing that, and it also just gives you a gauge of how your song sounds against commercial releases and how the level of your instruments against other commercial releases, because you may have your kick quite quiet and not realise, but then you throw in this other track that has this driving kick that's quite forefront in the mix, the snare is there, the vocals are all quite loud, and your track might just be sitting a bit below that. So it's good to have a reference track in your session to just keeps you on a focus of where your mix should be. Tip number 5, make music for you. You may go into music being like, I want to produce this genre, I want to produce like this person, I want to produce like this person. And that's fine, you may have a set genre that you want to produce. But I think just making songs and writing music will help you develop your own sound, and you may discover that actually you prefer writing songs in a slightly different genre. And you may actually just end up developing your own sound. A lot of people say when you write music, you should be writing for other people as well. You want to be writing for your listeners. Will they enjoy it? But also, you need to keep the process fun. And you need to be making music that you love. Otherwise, you're going to fall out of love with it very quickly and it's going to become more like a chore than something you love doing. So make sure you're producing music you love. Yeah, I think that's part of kind of developing your own sound as well and figuring out what you like. Cool, so that concludes the 5 tips. If you've enjoyed this video and you've learned something today, please remember to like, subscribe and drop a comment below if you enjoyed the video. If you do want to catch me off of YouTube, I do stream Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday over on my Twitch channel. I also have a Discord server if you did want to come and say hello. That is it from me today, everyone, and I will catch you next time. Bye!
You lost it. You